Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well. So for today's video, I have a few luxury products that I've been testing out, and I think I'm ready to give you guys my full review on. I do have the new Gucci pressed powder as well as the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer and a lip gloss from Givenchy. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of it all, if you guys are new to my channel, hello, I am Suzana, and I'm always here to talk about makeup. So if makeup is your thing, especially luxury makeup, I hope you guys enjoy my channel. So please make sure you subscribe, and that is that. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So like I mentioned, I have been using these products. I kind of want to steer away a little bit, not completely, because I do like first impressions, but I don't want my channel to just be based off of first impressions. I really and truly enjoy makeup. I love playing with it. I like to use it in different ways, just to really figure out how it works best for me. And the reason why I started my channel is to share those experiences with you guys. That's also going to keep me from posting videos on like new products immediately, because I want to give them a chance. Now, there are some things that I will do a first impressions on. Overall, I like to do them. I just sometimes they're a little bit too stressful, especially when you're doing like a full face of first impressions. Like that becomes quite challenging. It's still fun, you know, you're playing with brand new makeup, so it's always exciting and I do enjoy that very much. I just want to come and offer you guys a little bit more information and knowledge on products that I'm reviewing. So okay, I'm sorry, I just kind of went a little bit off subject there. I just wanted to let you guys know my stance with like my channel at the moment. All right, so hold on, little drink here, just coffee though. Maybe I should have added some Baileys. I've had some. I made my husband buy me some, but I haven't tried it. I feel like I'm not gonna like it. Okay, anyway. So the first product I have to show you guys, I kept the box and I just put it back in here just so I can show it to you guys. I don't know. I typically throw boxes away like as soon as I take the makeup out of the packaging. So this is the Gucci Mattifying Setting Powder, and this is just, you know, what the box looks like. Is nothing too special. You can probably tell here, like I've been placing it back in here and out quite a bit. I don't know, what else do you say about the box? That's the box. It's going to the garbage now. Okay, so the inside, this is a beautiful compact. Actually, the packaging of the products that I'm going to share with you guys today, all of it stunning. So this is a matte compact powder that is suitable for all skin types. On the Suffragist website, it says, Gucci took inspiration from iconic Hollywood movies and the vintage era of the Poudre de Beaute powder. Sorry, I cannot say that properly. Available in 12 shades, the lightweight formula is packed with micro-reflecting lamellar powders and emollient agents that melt into the skin and give a luminous complexion. Encased in a refillable compact, it's infused with a delicate floral fragrance and perfect for applying over foundation to set your makeup. After applying foundation, use the soft sponge applicator to dab the powder onto the face and set makeup in place. Now this powder is cruelty free. I was only able to get this powder through the Suffragist website, which is also very unfortunate. I'm hoping it comes to the States relatively soon. From what I hear, it will be. I just don't know when. Now I'm really itching for it to come to the States because I need to pick up another shade. I picked up the shade 5. It was extremely difficult for me to decide which shade to get. I have been looking at this powder on the Suffragist website since it became available, and it took me a while to pick my shade. So like I said, I went with shade 5, and it's not bad. I feel like the shade's actually going to be pretty good for the summer months. Today I purposely used actually I did a concoction of foundations, but I made sure my foundation came out a little bit lighter, so this was kind of done on purpose. I know I still look kind of ghostly, but that's because I want this powder to just provide that extra color I need to my face. So obviously I'm already saying I would pick up another shade, so clearly I do enjoy this powder. Now it comes in this beautiful velvety pouch, and here is the stunning compact. So I did close-ups. By the way, excuse my nails in the close-ups, embarrassing. Indoors, you can see a little bit that there are like these like little micro shimmers throughout. It almost looked like I had a filter over this when I was doing close-ups earlier, but that was just using natural daylight. I had honestly not even realized how well and beautifully they show on the compact. So I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it now, but you can still see like the little shimmers. It's just more intense in the sunlight. I have used this powder maybe about 5 times already. It has a really nice mirror, and then if you were to pull this up, it can like latch back there, which I personally don't understand the point of that, because I would just grab this and then close it back up. So I don't really get that. But there is a little hole up here. I'm not exactly sure if you guys will be able to see that, but there's a hole right there, and that will allow you to replace the actual powder. I love that brands are doing this, especially with like more expensive products, because it's just going to make it more affordable to go ahead and replace just the powder instead of having to buy the whole thing again. This already has like a vintage aesthetic. The color itself, like the gold rim all around, just makes it look vintage. I do also want to mention this does have that floral scent that I read off earlier. It smells really nice. It's not one that just kind of smacks you in the face and becomes like too much. I mean, it's just a nice scent. Once you have it applied into your face, you don't smell any of it. So typically powders like this, I like to just apply on my T-zone. That is how I use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush pressed powder. I absolutely love that one. That one is hands down my favorite pressed powder. I actually have them right here. I have the shade Fair and Medium. I like to use Fair because I normally use it to set my under eyes and maybe around my T-zone a little bit. So I like to add some brightness there. But during the summer months, or like when I have a little bit of a tan, I'll move over to the medium shade. Or if I want to just use that powder for my entire face, I will use the medium shade. So that's why with this one, I knew it would work for me, at least for like the perimeter of my face. If it is too dark for me for the center, this is also very beautiful, but they are quite different. So to the touch, this one feels a little bit stiffer. It's definitely not as finely milled. Again, it doesn't make your foundation or the makeup that you've already applied look heavy. And although this is a matte powder, it has all those sparkles in there, so it doesn't necessarily make your skin look flat matte. So let me just go ahead and start applying this. I just keep talking. So I'm going to use my Wayne Goss Airbrush brush here, and we'll just go through the whole thing. And then I'm going to apply it under my eyes. This is more to show you guys right now how this would look under the eyes. And it's not like super dark either. I would just prefer one shade lighter. I think it'll flatter me a little bit more, but it's really not that bad. That's just me maybe being a little nitpicky. So I'm going to get a little bit closer. I hope you guys can see. So I've just set the under eye right here, and then my right side has not been set yet. And I applied a light amount of that. So you can see like this side looks a little bit more set, but it doesn't look matte. But so it really does help to kind of smooth out the skin and just like make it look more beautiful, I would say. Let's go ahead. You know what? Let's just do it. I'm going to, on this right side, I'm going to apply my Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm going to use the shade Medium since that Gucci shade is a little bit dark. And I wiped off this brush right now, so I'm just going to pick some up here. I'm like running low. I need to replace this one. It's kind of hard to pick a product. And I'm going to apply this here on the right side, just over the concealer right here. So you guys hopefully can see the difference there. So this may be a little bit brighter. Again, the shades are off. So in my opinion, this looks a lot smoother than the Gucci side, but the Gucci side still looks nice. You know, I don't want to take away from that. I just like the Charlotte Tilbury more. You guys are gonna be like, we get it, but I just want you guys to know. However, for the whole face, I do really enjoy the Gucci one a lot. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to do 2 ways with this powder as far as applying it to the rest of my face. On one side, we'll use this little applicator it came with, and then for the other side of my face, we will use a brush. So we'll just go ahead and pick some up, and then I'm gonna apply this on the right side of my face and just kind of buffing motions. So it did set my foundation. It is still looking very natural, and it doesn't look as shiny as my left side that I haven't set yet. If you just focus on my cheek here, this one looks a little bit more tamed, but not matte. Now, I typically don't like to use these little spongy thingies that come in the compact, but I do feel like it works really well with this. So if you want just like a dust of this powder, you can obviously do so. I think it looks fine, but to really get the most out of this, an applicator like this will be best. Maybe like a velour puff or something similar to this will do the same job. So let's just go ahead and pick some up. So I got about that much, and then I'm just going to press this around my entire face here. Now I did still have some redness peeking through right there. I have quite a bit of, I have some breakouts there that I've been dealing with. And as you can see, like some of that redness has already gone away with this powder. It does provide a little bit of extra coverage, which I actually don't mind on some of my powders. Sometimes I do look for something that's going to provide a little bit more coverage like this just did, but still I don't want my makeup to start looking heavy. And I've got to say guys, this does a really, really good job with that. And I feel like the shade isn't like horrible, like it's not too dark, especially for my skin tone right now. So pretty much since I started using this again, I have been tanning so that I can make it work out for me. Also, it's getting hot outside, so you know I'm gonna have a little bit of color on me. But yeah, for right now, this is working really good for the rest of my face, but I do want another shade for my under eyes and my T-zone to brighten up. Overall, I think this powder is beautiful. I love what it does to my skin. I love the little radiance that my skin ends up with when I apply it. Yeah, I just think it's gorgeous. So I feel like I've been talking about Charlotte Tilbury, so let's just go ahead and use her bronzer. Is this gorgeous or is this gorgeous? The Airbrush Matte Bronzer is an oversized natural matte bronzer that is infused with hyaluronic acid and finely milled pigments for a skin perfecting bronze filter for the face and body. Charlotte created this bronzer to blend with the skin and warm the look of the complexion while blurring the appearance of any imperfections. It is perfect for an all-over face and body bronze or to define and contour. It has hyaluronic acid, microfine perfecting powders, and microspheres. I have the shade medium, and this is described as a medium golden bronze. One thing I have noticed, a lot of people are talking about this bronzer, which is another reason why I didn't want to do a dedicated video on this, and why I also didn't want to just do a first impressions. So I do have quite a bit to say about this powder. So first of all, I mean, we pretty much already covered the beauty of it. The size is huge. We get 0.56 ounces in here. To compare it with her pressed powder, it's about this size, and the pressed powder, I think it's like half the size. So yeah, this is 0.28. So this is 0.56 ounces of bronzer, which I think is quite amazing. And this one, just like the pressed powder, has a little hole back here, so you can insert a pin and change just the bronzer that's inside. So again, this is wonderful. I love it. This compact is such a vintage aesthetic to me as well. I love all of Charlotte Tilbury's packaging. I love that she sticks with this vintage theme with all of her packaging. I am just a huge fan of it. So I feel like it makes it more of a real thing when you're able to keep the actual compact, keep it for years and years and years, and just change the powder. I think that's just amazing. So I really am enjoying that. Just like her Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, finely milled, it feels exactly the same. Oh my gosh, how smooth this is. just wonderful. Now the shade I have, like I said, is medium. I was actually considering purchasing the tan after I received this powder. So like so many other people, I felt like this was going to be too light on me. I had to really work to build it up, and I wasn't really enjoying that very much. It was kind of getting a little bit annoying for me. Typically for bronzers, I like brushes that are really soft, not too dense, just so my bronzer doesn't look too harsh. But because of the shade of this, I started using brushes that were a little bit shorter, a little bit more dense, obviously still soft. I still like my soft brushes. And I found that it made a huge difference. I found that this shade was actually perfect for me, and I'm really happy I ended up doing that, because I honestly was on the verge of buying the tan shade. Although I knew that one was going to be a little bit too dark, at least on pictures it looks like it's going to be too dark for my skin tone. I just really wanted to love this and understand the rave that everybody was giving it, because I would feel it, I would agree, yes, it seems like it has a very, if not the same, a very similar formula as her pressed powder does. So I wanted to love it. I wanted to understand the hype behind this, but I just couldn't, because the shade wasn't working out for me, so I thought. But in reality, it was really just the brush that I was using. So the one that I really have been enjoying is the number 13 Wet n Gauze brush. The number 11 works really well as well. The number 11 also works well. So honestly, just any brush that you have that's a little bit shorter and a little bit more dense. But this is, again, this is a very, very soft brush. So let's go ahead and apply this so you can see just the beautiful magic of it. Now it does have some kick up, so you guys probably see right there. Now on the pan, to me, this looks like it's quite cool toned. Once I pick it up with the brush, you can see that it's a little bit warmer than how it looks on the pan. We'll do a side by side there. And so it also applies a little warm as well. All right, so I'll just go ahead and apply this. Ooh, should have tapped off the excess. But look at that. That looks, I mean, beautiful. If I would have gotten a tan one, there's no way I would have been able to pull that off. I mean, just gorgeous. And it applies like a dream. You don't have to sit there and continue to blend, blend, blend. Like, you literally just put it on and just go over the areas that you want to have that bronzer, and that's pretty much it. Well, you know what? Hold on. Sorry. Let me actually go ahead and finish powdering this right cheek using this little applicator here and the powder, because I do have some redness here as well. Sorry, I think I had just gotten a little too excited to start bronzing. So let's just go ahead and apply it now on this cheek. I love this. And then you can build this up. So I'll just add a little bit more just to show you guys. I wouldn't build this up more than, maybe 2 layers. I just feel like then, we can run the risk of it looking like just too muddy. I think if you just start adding too much bronzer, because this does pick up quite a bit of actual product. So although this is very finely milled, I mean, if you keep piling it up, it's going to add up on the skin as well, and it's going to be a little bit more noticeable. So maybe just, 2 applications should be all you need. At that point, I think if you're not getting the desired shade you want, then you may need to go in with a darker shade. Right, and there we are with the bronzer. Real quickly, let's just go ahead and finish off the rest of the face. I'm going to go ahead and add some highlight. I'm going to use this one here from Guerlain. It is the Meteorites Pro Dust Palette. And I like to just swirl my brush around all of the shades here and apply. This is a beautiful highlighter. The only complaint I have about it is the scent. I like the Guerlain scent, but this is just way too strong for me. It's just way too much. But I'll put up with it because it's gorgeous. And then for blush, I'm going to use this one from Nars. It's in the shade Illicit. So now that we have all of the face makeup done, I feel like my cheeks are a little bit too much right now. So I'm going to go back with this La Mer, the powder brush, and just pick up a little bit more of this Givenchy pressed powder and just kind of do that buffing technique a little. Just to tone down everything I have going on my cheeks and on my forehead. Okay, there we go. That really helped soften everything up a little bit. Now for my lips, I have this new gloss from Givenchy. This isn't, I guess, that new to me. I bought this during the Sephora sale, this like last one. This is called the Le Rose Perfector Liquid Balm. It is a liquid balm that is infused with shea butter, cranberry oil, and pink pepper extract to nourish, support, and visibly plump lips for up to 8 hours of hydration. The shades flawlessly dress your lips in a natural color for a healthy glow effect. The shade I have is 30 Vital Glow, which is described as a sweet peachy orange. So yeah, I have nothing but stars to show you guys today. Everything in today's video are things that I absolutely love. And I think they're amazing. You know, if these are products that you've been kind of eyeing or wondering if you should get, I do recommend. This gloss here, I love the shade. I love the formula. I love the applicator. So the applicator is like this flat doe foot applicator. And it's not flexible down here, but the actual applicator is quite flexible. I just love how it fits on my lips. Just so, it's like so fun to put it on. It feels really good. It kind of massages my lips a little bit, if that kind of makes sense. I really enjoy this applicator so much. And I mean, the shade, obviously, I really love, and the formula is also really great. So that is the shade 30. I love the pigment that it provides. It's obviously a very light, like little subtle pigment to the lips. It is very hydrating, and it's not like your typical gloss. Well, actually, I probably shouldn't be describing it as a gloss. They did describe it as a balm, and that is much more accurate. Actually, I would say this is more of a hybrid of a lip gloss and a balm. Like, the comfort of it is just unreal. It feels so good. It's not tacky whatsoever. No. Now, there are two things that I do have to share with you guys about this. One is it does have a scent. It's a nice scent. Like, when you just smell it, it's fine. It smells quite nice. My problem with the scent is that I can actually taste it. Even just right now that I'm talking, I can taste the scent of this, and that I just don't enjoy. Now, it does say it plumps the lips. I don't necessarily see that, but I do feel that tingly a little bit. This does not burn at all. You just feel like a little minty tingle, kind of. So it feels nice. It's kind of cooling as well, so I don't mind that, but I did want to mention those two things to you guys because if anything, I think those two things, or even like one of them, will deter people from going ahead and purchasing this product. The tingly part doesn't bother me at all, but the scent, I mean, the fact that I can taste it, like, I don't like that. Alright guys, that is it as far as today's video. Like I said, I have nothing but great products to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. Until next time.